Hi, I'm Krista.
And I'm Sarah.
And we have this podcast called Have We Talked About? Where two friends at different points in their lives chat about everything in their lives.
From current events to pop culture, from self-care to self-indulgence, and everything in between.
Join us weekly to see what we talk about next. Hey girl, hey!
Hey Krista, what are we talking about today, Krista?
Ooh, we're jumping right in, are we? Okay.
We are, let's do it.
I guess it's appropriate. We are going to talk about sleep and the importance of sleep. And I think from our perspectives, the lack of sleep that we're probably getting, you especially, and how.
I love this. I love this one so much.
So let's just talk about pre-kids, I guess. Let's go back to our 20s and on average, how many hours of sleep do you think that you used to get a night?
Oh, 8?
Yeah, that's probably the same. But could get by easily on 5 or 6.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I feel like I didn't even think about sleep or when I needed to go to sleep and how much sleep I needed to get, or I just lived my life.
Totally. Early 20s were a lot easier, I think, than late 20s. I definitely realized in my later 20s, all-nighters were not a thing for me anymore. But
yeah,
now I would kill to be able to sleep consecutively for 7 hours.
100%. 100%. I agree, though. I think late 20s into your 30s, I just feel like adults have more on their mind. Yeah. They're more stressed. You have to get up to pee. There's so many other factors.
There's always the get up in the night to pee situation that happens that just did not happen before.
100%. And also, again, in my early 20s, I didn't care the mattress, really. I slept on it. I didn't really care about my pillow. Now I'm like, it has to be my mattress. It has to be this specific pillow. If I go somewhere to a hotel or something and it has a crap mattress or a crap pillow, I'm like, oh my God.
Right? I could have slept on the floor.
I am
back
such
in the
a
day.
person.
No problem.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Your body will still go to sleep, but the rest, the body parts the next morning will be like, yeah, but you did that wrong. So now you're going to have chronic 100%. Pain for 2 weeks until you figure it out.
100%. So what is do you have a ritual before bedtime of what you do?
So I'm trying to get into a ritual. I do want to just take a step back and just provide a stat about it's provided from the National Sleep Foundation. Adults generally need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and children need more. Just to kind of set the tone. So if you're falling around the 5 to 6 hour range, you're probably always at a shortfall. And you being a new mom, I don't even know if you're getting that much. You're living in take a nap when I can land.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not getting that.
Yeah. So there is no sleep ritual for you. So as for me, I would say I have been suffering from insomnia for about, I think 8 years now. I never had that before, but then, adulting gets harder, as you said. So your mind is just up with all these things that you don't have time to process during the day. So there are some things that I've tried to do to calm down at night. One, I am taking supplements right now to just shut down. But one thing that I used to do that I don't do anymore is I do not watch TV in my room.
That's a good one. And they say don't do that. So that's good.
But I watch stuff on my computer and my phone, though.
And your phone.
I do try and listen to something at night. I find that somebody with a very, lulling monotone voice can sometimes get me into sleep. So I definitely do that.
Yes, I've done that too. I've had certain, people that I listen to potentially on Spotify and things, and they would just kind of put me to sleep, and then I wake up and they're still going in my ears.
Yes.
Yes.
I used to do that with audiobooks too. I feel like deja vu. I feel like I said this before, but I'm gonna big up this book, but at the same time it's going to be kind of backhanded because I used to listen to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, that book on audio, but I fell asleep at the same point every time, and that book is played
that's hilarious.
in its entirety at least twice, not while I'm sleeping, but over the span of a couple times. And it's always, for those that have read it, there's a chapter about the panda, and I can't tell you what happens after that because that is where I fall asleep.
You were talking about insomnia and how you have insomnia. Well, women are 40% more likely to have insomnia than men.
Really? I wonder what that is. Is it hormones, you think?
Yeah. Maybe, or sorry, men out there, I am going to throw something out there. We just have more on our mind. Like, I feel like my mind, in a computer, how you have all those tabs open, like that's my mind.
Sure. Yeah.
I have all those tabs and they just don't close because my mind is just like a running things to do list.
Yeah. I think what makes women really great in the way that we can be organized and in certain ways is the same way that we create these what if scenarios that keep us up at night that, a lot of men don't think about because they're like, well, I'll deal with it if it happens. But until then, I'm just going to live my life. And it's like, I would love to do that. But I think the byproduct of always needing to categorize and label and organize things is that you are thinking a few steps ahead all the time. And that is what keeps you up at night.
Yeah. And how quickly would you say do you fall asleep? So you get into bed, you turn off your light. Like my husband takes about 6 seconds. He's gone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I hate you.
All men just like, it's like their sleep, I think, is like a light switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I feel like our sleep mechanism is more like a CPU where it needs to like power down, but it needs to do like updates first.
That's it. Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Yeah. So I do not fall asleep right away. I do take supplements that take like an hour to an hour and a half to like kick in.
Yeah.
I will say that more people than I realize do have trouble sleeping and take medication for it.
Yeah. I think it's not normal.
I think it's more common. It's more common than I realized.
Yeah.
I take like melatonin and some other supplements at night. So before that, I would know in my insomnia days, like if insomnia is on full power, I will not fall asleep until 2. Sometimes that's when I'll fall asleep. But I would have been in bed from 10 or 11 in the dark.
That's bad. I feel like if I can't fall asleep within like half an hour, I have to get out of bed or I'm just going to continue to toss and turn for the next few hours after that. I have to get up, go downstairs, do something else for like 10 minutes and then go back upstairs and try again.
Interesting.
And that helps.
You know what I think helps, but is something that's actually frowned upon is like having a snack before bed. Sometimes I felt like if I couldn't sleep, but I like ate like a little meal that would basically help me be able to fall asleep.
Wait, what do you eat? Is it the same thing every time?
No. It's like whatever I have. So it's whatever I have. Like it's not like cereal or anything. It might be like leftover like dinner or something, but it'll just be like something small or like a granola bar or just something. Cause I just feel like for whatever reason, like I need to feel satiated in order to like calm down and be able to go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So how many hours of sleep right now in your life do you think you're currently getting a night?
4 to 5. Okay. And then if I'm really tired, so I think a week or 2 ago, I didn't sleep at all for the night. Like I slept for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Then I had to like take a nap in the day. And that was probably an hour.
Jeez.
But it's not good.
No, it's not good. I love sleep. I wish I could sleep more. I wish there was naps for adults. Every day we could just have a little, hour nap, power nap to get through the day.
For sure. Well, there's some companies that encourage it, right? They have their little napping pods.
Sleep pods. Yeah.
At work, without fail, every day between 2 and 3, which is supposed to be the time that your body needs to like shut down, I would be like, I need a nap immediately. I need to like get up and walk around because I'm going to fall asleep.
Right, exactly. And then I feel like around that time, that's when people are like, okay, where's my next caffeine fix? Because I'm getting really sleepy.
There's a book on it. I'd have to look at my bookshelf that talks about like how the brain works and what the brain needs in order to like function. And one of those things is like a nap during the hours of like 2 to 3, because it's when
I believe that.
Yeah, it's when it needs to like regroup.
Yeah. Well, it says, I pulled a stat too, more than 1/3 of U.S. adults sleep less than 7 hours per night on average. I believe that. I believe it.
Well, I think it plays into what you've mentioned, in numerous podcasts where life is harder and busier. So there isn't that same amount of downtime that we used to have because everything needs to be done quicker, faster, better.
100%.
And it's probably killing us.
But I definitely, I know things that I shouldn't be doing before bed, but I do them anyways. Like I know I shouldn't be watching TV before bed. I do. I know I shouldn't be playing on my phone for half an hour to 45 minutes before I go to bed. I do. And that's probably screws me up, but that's like, I consider that me time. Yeah. Just to catch up on stuff, do some things, just zone out completely. But I enjoy enjoy that. And also, YouTube is the most popular social media platform used before bed.
I love YouTube too.
Same.
Love me
same.
I will like listen to tarot card readings before I go to bed just to like put me to sleep.
That's funny.
Because there's this one girl, and the way that her voice sounds is just like, yeah, and da 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 da, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah,
out like a light.
Yeah, 100%. That's too funny. But then there's some people, and I'm not, or maybe you are. Some people shower before they go to bed, which I feel like would wake me up more.
It depends. I do shower before I go to bed.
You do?
Yeah, it doesn't wake me up. Yeah, because sometimes I'll like need to do my hair, and I have thick curly hair, and I don't have time to do that in the morning. So get that started at night. Showers at night do not hit the same as showers in the morning, because your body has like a certain temperature at that point at night. You're not cold or anything. Like in the morning, the vibe is different, right? So if anything, it can maybe make you feel a bit calmer as you kind of go into that routine. Like, you know, when you give the babies like a bath and you put like a little lavender in there to like knock them out, it can feel like that. I used to have baths sometimes with like Epsom salts, which is supposed to be really relaxing. I did not sleep good last night, so I'm actually nursing like a crick in my neck. So going back to like your body cannot just sleep any which way when you get older. Like I cannot turn my head right now.
That was literally me like 4 days ago. My lower back was killing me. I was like, I went to bed. It was fine. I woke up. I was like, why is my lower back hurting me? What is going on?
From lying down. Like,
from sleeping. Just from sleeping. And yes, I think frequent bathroom visits are annoying. I probably go at least once in a night, at least. But when I was pregnant, 100 times. 100 easily.
Yeah, I think pregnancy is probably like the worst sleep disruptor, aside from like having small children, like being number one. I think, I don't have a stat, but I think I read it somewhere that you shouldn't have to go to like the bathroom at night. And if you are doing it like more than once, that's probably something that you do have to get checked out, because it's such a disruptor.
Probably.
But
it says, and then there's more stats. Like 69% of men ages 40 and older, and 76% of women in that age group get up to go to the bathroom at least once per night. So like,
for sure, they're not getting enough sleep, and the sleep probably isn't quality. Okay. Yeah. So here's a good question for you. It's a bit personal. So when you go to the bathroom at night, do you turn the light on, or do you turn it off so you can stay in like sleepy zone?
No, I don't turn it off. I don't turn it on. I usually just bring my phone flashlight.
Oh, okay.
And use that. I'm not turning it on. Oh my gosh, no. That would fully wake me up.
But I'm
like still half asleep.
But pulling the phone out of the charger and turning on the flashlight, and then like
it's fine.
Lightsabering your way to the bathroom, not a problem. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. I definitely do turn on the light when I go to the bathroom.
Oh gosh, you blind yourself then. You need like sunglasses.
I have like a soft light. I have a soft light that comes on in the bathroom at night, so it's not like blinding. But I've never been able to go to the bathroom in the dark because I have a phobia or a fear, an irrational fear about snakes in toilets. So I can't go into a dark bathroom, like sit on the toilet seat. Like I cannot do that.
So you always like check before you go.
Always check. Sometimes if I get my head in a real like tizzy, I will just hover in my own bathroom.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, maybe. And it's not because of sleep deprivation that I have this irrational fear. I've had it since I was a child. And but it's a real thing. Snakes, there are snakes in toilets.
Yeah, no, valid. That's valid. You know, they say on average, we spend about 2 hours of sleep dreaming.
Oh, I don't get enough dreaming sleep.
How often do you like remember your dreams or your nightmares?
Great question. I dream daily. So I remember every day, like what my dream was. Even when I'm napping, I will dream. I used to try and write them down to try and remember them.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't get nightmares a lot anymore, but I used to get nightmares a lot as a child.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I dream. Sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. But if I were to remember them, I would remember them as soon as I wake up and open my eyes. I would remember it. But after 5 minutes, boom, it's gone. As for nightmares, I think they're more rare now, but definitely had them more when I was a child.
Interesting. Who I've met one or two people or come across a couple people in my life who say that they don't like going to sleep because they only have like terrors at night, like their dreams are like vivid and scary, and I can't imagine like that being the reason that I don't want to go to bed. Like I would love to go to bed and sleep and dream.
Same. I want to go to bed right now.
Yeah, it's the same. Sometimes I feel like I'm just like sleepwalking, literally, because so much stuff will happen and be like, I don't remember doing this or that, or how many times have you been driving or walking somewhere and you have no recollection of like how you got there?
No, so true. And sometimes, you know, depending on what's going on in your life, especially when you're in the newborn stage, I feel like I'm so tired, I'm like drunk. And I know that sounds so bizarre, but sometimes you just get so exhausted, you are delirious.
Yeah, you're in a fog.
You feel like you're drunk. You're in that state, and you're just like, what is going on? So sleep is very important for your health, for your mental health, for your physical health, just for everything.
Well, to bring some stats into play to support what you're saying, poor sleep quality can contribute to daytime fatigue, reduced productivity, impaired decision-making ability, and it can impact cognitive performance and daily life productivity based on what the National Sleep Foundation has said. So that definitely lends to what you're saying about feeling like hungover.
Yeah, I believe that. I 100% believe that. Good thing they invented makeup, because I am using that a lot to cover up the huge bags underneath my eyes.
I'm wearing makeup today.
I am not. And then do you wake up, I guess it depends on what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
Do you wake up with an alarm? On the weekend, do you just like let your body wake up, like let yourself sleep in?
Based on the way my life is currently, I don't have a lot of opportunities to sleep in. So I do sleep in when I can, and I will if I haven't got enough sleep for the week. But I have like, should I even mention this? I have like at least five alarms that go off every morning.
You do not.
I do.
Like, is it like on your phone?
Yeah.
And then if you don't like, okay. Got it.
But it's like there are half-hour intervals that go from like 6 a.m. to 8.
So why do you do that? So why do you set the one at 6 when you know you're not going to get up?
Because I do need to get up at 6 on certain days for, I don't know, like 80% of my week. I need to get up at 6 a.m. So I have that there. But really, I can get away with getting up at 6:30. So I have the 6:30 alarm. And then on days where I get to sleep in a little bit, the 7 a.m. alarm is really important. And then the latest that I should be able to get out of bed is 8. And that's only if I have like nothing going on. So I just keep them.
So why don't you just set it per like what day it is?
I would never remember.
Oh,
I would never remember.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just easier to keep it consistently waking me up. But I wake up before 5 usually. Right now, my body will go to bed, but I'll get up between 4:30 and 5. So I'm awake before the alarms go off anyway.
Got it.
And then I can like turn them off for the day.
Got it. My alarm is my children.
So what time does Hayden wake up?
My older son named Hayden, he's 3. He usually wakes up around 6, I would say.
Okay.
Give or take 20 minutes on each side. So he's usually my alarm, but if I, was working and I had to go downtown, I'd have to set my alarm a lot earlier because I want to get myself ready and organized for the day. And then he can wake up. So then I would set my alarm then. But most of the time I don't set my alarm. I just let him wake up because I know he'll be waking up early. And with the newborn, they just wake up all the time. So
yeah, they're basically in perpetual napping status.
Yeah, exactly.
Every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, super fun.
Does he sleep in on the weekends?
No, I tell him, Hayden, tomorrow's Saturday. We can sleep in tomorrow. He goes, okay, mommy. And what time does he wake up at? 5:40. And you're like, that's not sleeping.
So wait, he's in a bed, right? He's in like a toddler bed? Yeah. Or a bed.
Yeah. Yeah, to bed.
He just comes out of bed and he just comes and slaps you in the face.
No, he doesn't. Oh. He will not leave his bed. He won't get off his bed, which is hilarious to me. He will. I have a camera in his room, so he'll be like, "Mommy," and I'm like, "Oh God, go back to sleep." No. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's worth if he's afraid to get off the bed, then that's probably keeping him safe from other things because he's not like exploring the house. But at the same time, come under my bed, little buddy. And
yeah, I know.
Watch some TV.
Sometimes I say that. I'm like, okay, just come into mommy and daddy's bed. You can watch TV here. I don't want to. I want to go downstairs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
It knows what he wants.
Like this morning, literally this morning, I was like, I went to his bed. You know, we talked a bit. I laid down. I said, let's just close our eyes. I don't want to close my eyes. Oh God. Okay.
That whole let's pretend to be asleep game is just not working with him.
It's not working. He's smarter than that. But then again, he gets naps, so he doesn't care. He's like, you know what? I've had enough sleep for the day. I'm gonna get my nap later. I'm good.
So let me ask you this, because this happened to me in like helping raise my sister's kids. Is that like, you know, they're tired, like they're tiring, and when they're sick, you're up all night, like you're constantly sleep deprived. Have you ever been like playing with them and you're like laying down? Like, oh, you play here and I'll just like lay on the couch, and then you've fallen asleep and then you wake up and then you don't know where they are? Or is it just me being a bad aunt?
That's never happened to me.
Okay. Then never
my
mind.
husband has fallen asleep on the couch with my son, but my son is right beside him. So, but no, I'll just suffer through it and not do that.
Sometimes you can't help it, right? Like you've had those sleeps where you don't even know you fall asleep. Like your eyes just like shut, your body just shuts down.
Shuts down.
And I wake up and I panic. I'm like, where's my nephew? I'm like, they're fine. They're just in another space. But yeah, I've done that a couple times.
That's okay.
Sorry, sister, but your kids are fine now. They're grown.
They're fine. Raising kids is tough and tiring.
Yeah, totally. Also, I want to talk about, just briefly, just touch on the fact that sleep is how your body repairs itself, right? Like, you need that downtime so that you can repair, regenerate cells, tissues, organs, all that kind of stuff. So there's a certain part of the sleep cycle where that takes place. I couldn't tell you what part of the cycle that is because I don't know. But also, help you regulate hormones, which is important for us as women because our hormones are a lot and all over the place and not consistent basically most of the time, and affect our sensories when it comes to like hunger and appetite and, you know, the feeling of satiation when eating. So like sleep at the crux of it is something that we should all prioritize over anything else. Yeah. In order for our body to be like performing at its peak when we can, understanding that that's not possible given certain circumstances. But I would say sleep over exercise every day. And I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
Well, yeah. I think sleep is more important, and I think sleep is better for you. Exercise is amazing and good, but also eating is important. Like eating healthy is important as well. Like there's so many other things that are important, but I think sleep trumps it all.
1,000%. I'm a person who definitely goes in phases of working out and not working out. So I don't want people to think that I'm just like a fat, lazy person who likes never exercise in their life. That's not true. But depending on how sleep deprived you are, or at least for me, who's a naturally clumsy person, and I'm not justifying it, but exercise can take a lot mentally out of you too. In terms of like following a routine in good form. There's an alertness that's required in exercise, unless you're doing something that's stretching like Pilates or yoga, where you're focusing on like more breath work, that you can just like, I've injured myself just because I'm groggy and I'm working out and I'm not tuned in because I'm not, you know, cognitively, I'm not there. So while people say it helps and everything, like, let's just use our like common sense here, where it's like, if you are sleep deprived, unless you're doing an exercise that's supposed to help relaxation and not like get your adrenaline pumping, that might not be the best choice. But I'm not a doctor.
Valid. That's valid.
But I am a person that does work out and has worked out.
True. I also feel like your room setup has to be good for sleeping. Like, just like what they say for like a baby, I think you don't have to go to that extreme, but I think having a few things in your room to help you sleep, like, you know, maybe get some good blinds or curtains so the sun doesn't shine in the morning. Maybe your room has to be a little colder rather than warmer. Maybe, you know, take that TV out of your room so you're not watching it hours into the night. Maybe invest in a good mattress and pillow. Maybe potentially have a fan in your room. those are just a few things that come to mind.
You need a cold room to sleep?
I prefer a colder room than a warmer room. And it's healthier. A colder room is healthier.
Yeah. I definitely need a cold, dark room to sleep.
Yeah.
And the door closed so that the ghosts don't come in.
You're funny. Do you, and some people sleep with an eye mask on too, to like really like prevent, so there's no light shining in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
do whatever is best for you.
Yeah, but a cold, dark room never hurt anybody. I used to sleep with an eye mask.
Yeah.
But then I got an eye issue, and then I had to stop doing that.
I'm scared to sleep with... Not scared. I shouldn't say that. I like to know what's around me so I can quickly open my eyes if there's a ghost or something there. So I don't want to sleep with an eye mask on.
It definitely helps to kind of just like shut you away from everything. And if it's light, you can just like flick it up. But
yeah.
So I used to do that in certain instances if I like had to sleep somewhere else. Obviously more so than when I'm sleeping at my own place. But yeah, I actually got, and I'm not saying it's the cause, but it's the reason why I don't use eye masks now. Do you know that you can have ingrown eyelashes? Number one.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that until I got one and had to go to like the eye doctor to like get it attended to. So it was like a bump on my eyelid, but like a small one that was enough that my eye could see it. And she's like, well, I'm going to try and pull it out with tweezers. Your eyelash. Yeah. Sorry. This podcast is taking a small turn, but I want everybody to be aware. And she's like, if I can't get it out, you're going to have need surgery.
No.
But yeah, apparently, at certain age, like as you get into your 30s, into your like late 30s, ingrown eyelashes can become more common. Mm-hmm. And so she pulled them out. She pulled six eyelashes out that were stuck in there.
Wait, so why do you think it was the eye mask's fault?
Because I think that depending on how I was sleeping, because I turn and turn. I'm a rotisserie chicken at night. The eye mask won't stay on, right? So sometimes the eye mask is like hitting me right at the part of my eye, like that might be like hitting me right on against my eyelashes, and then eventually kind of train my eyelash to like probably move in the wrong direction and grow inward. But I don't know that for sure. But I never obviously had that in my life. And that was the only time where I was consistently wearing eye masks because I had to, I was sleeping at my sister's house for an extended period of time. So I stopped doing that.
Jeez. Oh, I'm going to ask you this. What is your favorite sleep position?
Rotisserie, girl. Spin and spin and spin. I'm on my side.
Really, eh?
I start on my side, move to my stomach. Yeah, I used to be a stomach heavy stomach, but now I'm a side.
I feel like stomach sleepers are quite rare. I feel like a lot of people either sleep on their side or their back. I am a stomach sleeper and could not sleep on my stomach for 9 months when I was pregnant, and it was brutal. But I do enjoy sleeping on my stomach and my side.
I think because I've had back issues in my later years that stomach sleeping just stopped. Maybe because it aggravated my back too much.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah, sorry.
I never want to stop.
Sorry. I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah. I just sleep wherever can give me the least amount of pain. So tonight, for example, I'll have to sleep on my back so that my neck can straighten itself out. So I will lie flat and sleep flat on my back tonight without a pillow.
Oh my God.
In order for my neck to reset itself. Yeah. So like getting older and wiser is like amazing because you sleep less.
You hurt when you sleep and you wake up and you're like, that didn't hurt yesterday. It's true, but sleep is very important. And if you can try to go to bed just like a little bit earlier, just to help yourself out in the long run, I definitely recommend.
Yeah, or at least
if you can.
I think this consistent schedule probably is super important to try and like consistently go to bed at the same time.
Yeah.
So that your body just And then there's a whole thing with like trying to like activate your circadian rhythm. So like you said, the dark room at night, cool temperature. Yeah. But then when you're awake, get out of bed and try and get into sunlight for like 30 minutes within like an waking, so that your body can, like, your clock can set internally of like, oh, it's daytime, just like back in the farmers' times where we go out and like milk cows and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but I was going to ask about like sleeping with a partner, I guess. Like it definitely makes movement in the bed a lot more challenging. Like, are you aware of your hubby when he sleeps, or are you able to like sleep and like tune that out?
I'm a very light sleeper. Ugh. So any noises or anything, I usually wake up. I think I'm just used to sleeping beside him, but if he starts to snore, which he sometimes does, sure. Sorry, telling the whole world, I will literally poke him and wake him up to stop. Because I cannot sleep if you start that.
Of course. Are you impacted by caffeine? Like, if you have caffeine too late at night, will that like mess you up for sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. Or if I drink, and again, in my 20s, I would drink and then just like pass out. But now I feel like, a few years ago, I would like have a drink or two and then like be wired and like couldn't sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's me. That's always been
like, what?
Those that can like drink and pass out, I'm like, bless your heart, because if you want me to drink, guess what, guys? We're going to the party, the after party, because I'm never going to bed. Like,
yeah,
alcohol is like you might as well be cocaine. Like, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
And now it's just if I have tea at 2 p.m, I'm like, yep, pulling an all-nighter because I won't go to bed now.
It's true. Or like, and then for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna like stop drinking, like, I don't know, especially when I was pregnant. At a certain point, I know water and fluids are important, but for my sanity and not getting up 1,000 times a night to pee, I would like literally tell myself, okay, after this time, I can't drink anything else because I only want to get up 6 times to pee when I'm pregnant, not 9.
Oh my God.
And that would help. Yeah, facts.
Well, this is why women are up late at night, right? Because you have to make these type of plans.
It's true.
You have to strategize. Like, I want to pee less at night, so what should I do to get there?
Yeah, no, it's true. Or I feel like sometimes if you eat too much, it's hard to go to sleep because then you're not feeling well and your stomach hurts.
Right, you're distended and stuff. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just all the things.
Well, I know if I haven't gotten enough sleep that my mood is definitely impacted. Like,
100%.
Your emotional well-being is on a precarious state if you haven't gotten enough sleep.
Yes.
Like, my patience does not exist.
Yes. I am definitely more emotional, definitely more sensitive. Oh my gosh, I'm very sensitive when I don't have enough sleep. My filter is off when I don't have enough sleep. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it behoove all of us, like, if we're having like a day where we're in a bad space, being like, is it because I didn't get enough sleep at night? Or if you're a woman, it's like, is it because my period is coming? Or nowadays I'll be like, did I drink enough water today? Maybe that's why I'm feeling so angry. Like, there's all these check-ins you just didn't think about. Like, as a youngin' in the streets in my 20s, early 20s, I could probably have gone without water for like 2 weeks. Like, now
I didn't bring a water bottle around.
Right? The water bottle was to like put other stuff in. Like, what are you talking about? It's like sneaking other beverages. Now I'm like, I didn't have a cup of water an hour ago, and now I have a giant headache because my body is like needs replenishment.
So true. No, that's so true.
No, knowing that you're a new mom to 2, but not a new mom, and not to compare babies, but to compare babies, like, when right now you're in a stage of like newborn stage, so you have to try and sleep when the baby sleeps and you're kind of just like a perpetual napper. When does the baby kind of fall into a pattern where you can get a little bit more sleep at night?
Before I answer that question, can I just say, I hate when people say, just sleep when the baby sleeps.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll be driving. Do you want me to pull over and just take a quick nap? If I'm, in this, like, outside going for a walk and my baby sleeps in the stroller, so I just lay on the ground and just sleep there. Like, who's gonna do the laundry? Who's gonna cook the meals? Who's gonna clean? Like, get away, go away. Don't say that. That's ridiculous. That's stupid advice.
Bad advice. Totally, I agree.
Sorry. So, can you repeat your question? I already forgot because I was pissed off.
Yeah. By all means, I'm not saying that that's good advice, but it was just a segue to my question. So
yeah.
I've heard a lot of different things, and a lot of babies are different. But at what point? I know some babies. Okay, so I'll say it like this: some babies are good sleepers from the jump, but then 3 months hits, and they're like, "Haha, got you! I was joking.
Joke's on you.
I'm not a good sleeper, and now I'm going to make your life hell." Yeah. Liam seems to be like what I consider I understand newborns to be, of like, I'm sleeping, I'm hungry, now I'm awake. I'm sleeping. Oh, my booty's wet, I'm awake. So comparing Hayden, but not comparing Hayden, like what's the timeline when the baby's like, yeah, I probably don't need to be fed every 2 to 3 hours. Now I could probably go for like 4 or 5, so you can get like a little rest.
I feel like in a few months, I feel like maybe, again, I'm unsure, because I feel like I blocked the first few months of Hayden's life from my mind because I was just so tired. Sorry. But I feel like month 2 or 3, they should be able to go for longer chunks because their stomach will increase and they should be able to last. God, let's hope. But you have to love those sleep regressions. Those are super fun in the first year.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't had any experience with that one because I'm not a mom, but with my sister's kids, they didn't have that sleep regression. Thank God.
My God, it's like they literally forget how to sleep, and you're just like, what? Last night was great. What do you mean? What is going on?
Do you do what the other parents do and like lock them down in the straitjacket that I see all those parents do, where they unwrap them in the day and the baby flings their arms in the air being like, I'm free, and they're like, isn't that so cute?
No, it is cute because they usually stretch and yeah,
oh, wouldn't you so if cute. Your arms have been strapped to your sides for like hours?
Well, number one, it's called a swaddle, and number two,
that's what we're calling it.
Or otherwise known as Krista as a straitjacket. The experts say that the babies feel like they're like, I don't know, in the womb still because they're all like bundled up and everything. It prevents SIDS, blah, 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 blah. So obviously I'm going to do that. Because I don't know if you know, newborns, they startle themselves.
They do. They do that flailing thing.
It's the funniest thing. They'll put their hands in the air like someone scared them.
And then they wake up.
And they wake up. So by having by swaddling them or like putting them in a tight jacket, they don't actually wake themselves up as much.
Which makes complete sense. I'm going to say something very unpopular, and it's dated because my sister's kids are all grown now, but when she had her first, and he's 18, so taking this back 18 years now, and my mom was looking after him a lot of the time. That was like, obviously SIDS are, it's been a concern like for a long time, like before even I was born. I think around that time is when it became like something that was the thing.
Yeah.
And then they're like, don't put the baby on the stomach.
Yes, no. Don't do that.
So, okay, well,
back is best.
Brace yourself, Sarah. So my mom would be watching, and then my sister's oldest would flail his arms and wake up, right? Because he's on his back, and he'd be like, I'm falling. And it's like, no, you're lying down.
You're fine.
And then my mom, one day, she's like, I couldn't take it anymore because this poor baby was scaring himself out of his sleep. She's like, I just turned him on his stomach and I watched him while he slept, and he was fine. And then he continued to be a stomach sleeper for the rest of his life. And obviously he's still with us. And same thing with my sister's 2 others, where it's like, as long as your head is not in the pillow and your big old head is turned to the side, we're all good.
Did you just say pillow? No pillows or blankets or anything allowed. Anyways, but valid, because I feel like my parents, I think they did the same thing for me too. I think there wasn't as much research as there is now that safe sleep. Like there's lots
of research 18 years ago. Trust and believe. But it's like, no. Maybe. But again, I am not an expert, and I'm not telling people what to do with their babies, but they're fine. They slept on their
fine,
belly.
yeah.
They're fine. I'm not saying to do that. If you want to, if you're strapping up your baby, great.
Just do your own research, everybody. Just
a lot of people like it. Apparently, there's like they even do it for like nap time. They put them in like a little sack and put them down to bed. If that's what makes the baby feel comfortable, obviously do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's for my peace of mind too, right? If I've known I've done everything to keep my baby safe,
sure,
especially during sleep, then my mind is somewhat at ease.
There's this thing that you can put on their foot to like monitor their breathing. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. Like, no. Number one, I think it's called an owlet.
Yeah.
Pricey. And I don't think I needed it. Maybe for Hayden, I had pretty good anxiety for when Hayden was sleeping. But for Liam, I'm pretty chill, maybe because I'm just so tired. But they do have that. Yeah, you can monitor their breathing. You can monitor like when they woke up, how long they slept, things like that, I think on your phone. Yeah. And if that's going to help you get through the night or get through the first, year, then do what's best for you guys.
Totally.
Because they scare you. Like everything, all the research you do or the TikToks you see or the videos you see, you get scared because you see all the bad things out there or the negative things or the terrible things that have happened. And you're just like, oh my gosh. Right. So you're going to do everything in your power to prevent that from not happening.
Yeah. So your baby gets good sleep and that like it's just sleep that they're getting. Yeah, it's safe. And then so that you can sleep.
Exactly.
Well, this wasn't supposed to be a episode to convince me not to have kids, but definitely didn't bring me over to the side of maybe.
Whoa.
I can't wait till we talk about labor and delivery so I can really be convinced in our next installment of the baby series.
I think I will shock you. Yeah, the first year of having a baby is tough. You're not going to sleep. Facts. Just facts. But then you have to find opportunities to sleep. You're not going to sleep always when the baby sleeps. Maybe you'll grab a nap or two, once or twice during that week.
Yeah.
Just to eventually get caught up on a little bit of sleep.
Yeah. Or maybe you're taking like the baby's down for the night, but knowing that they're going to wake up, maybe it's their window of 4 hours now. You're going to try and like get an hour in.
Yeah.
Before you have to fold laundry or cook dinner or something, just because.
Right. Live. I don't know. Yeah.
Right? True. You still need to engage with the rest of the world while this baby is growing and doing its thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But they're just so cute. They just look so cute when they're sleeping.
They do.
Doing the little baby
they do.
Stuff. Yeah.
They do. Even my toddler. I check on my toddler before I go to sleep, and I'm like, oh, it's just so precious. This little, just so cute.
It makes you want to wake them. Or is it just me?
No. I definitely don't want to wake him.
Just me then. It's like, you're so cute. Let's play. And then you wake them and you're like, oh, shit. That was a mistake.
Oh, just joking. Go back to bed.
Let's play this fun game of going to sleep now.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we've touched on a lot of important things to do when you're trying to go to sleep.
Routine, important. Nighttime
listening
routine.
To certain things as well to help you get to sleep. We've both done that as well. I think that's important. If you can, which I'm not going to do, but people always say reading is good before you go to bed, like not on your phone, like an actual book. Doing meditation, if you're that type of person, that's probably good for you too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've tried meditation and it definitely does put me to sleep, but never at night. In the day though, yeah, definitely.
From 2 to 3?
Yeah, definitely can nap during that time. But at night, you're like, no, we're not meditating now. Let's think about all the mistakes and embarrassing things that we did in our lifetime right now at 11 p.m. Let's go.
Yeah. And, if your, body is consistently hurting, maybe take a look at your mattress or your pillow or something to potentially get another one. Because I think, don't quote me, but I think only mattresses last like,
10 years?
8 years? 10 years? 7 years? 8 years? 10 years? Whatever.
10, yeah.
Pillows, who knows? So take a look at that too.
Mattresses are expensive. So if you can't do that, just try and get like a mattress top or something instead, I think.
Totally. Absolutely. But try to get your sleep as it's very important to your health. And it's important to the people that you interact around you too, so you're in a better mood.
Yeah, well, it's at the root of it. It's like it's how you interact with people. It's how your body is regulating and fixing itself. So definitely, if there's small steps you can take to help regulate that, make it, and get some consistency. It's important for your mind and your body.
Exactly. Anything else you want to add, Krista, before we sign off?
No, I want to hear from the listeners. Do you guys get good sleep? Do you guys have tips and tricks to help us get better quality sleep for longer periods of time? Definitely let us know on our social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Clapper. Find us there. As always, rate and review. And until next time, Miss Sarah, I will talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.